Yo, I'm back. And obviously, I haven't done shit to that car yet. Been busy working, but I figured this would be a good time to kind of outline a lot of the options that I've considered throughout this build on the 305. So, we'll start with the heads. There's not a huge amount of options for cylinder heads, mainly because of the bore size. One of the options you can go is stick with the stock heads on this model, if I recall correctly. And granted, I haven't pulled off the heads yet to the vehicle. I don't have the casting numbers. Based off of the research, the 91s, I believe actually, I could be wrong. Don't kill me if I'm wrong here. On the 90, I think it's 88 and up, you had an option of high output heads. Which I believe this vehicle had, but still, relatively speaking, high output, still a 305. That being said, you could go down that road, try to port those out a little bit harder when you're dealing with cast iron from what I've seen and read. Then you could go with the factory Vortec heads. Then there's World Products heads, Edelbrock E Street heads, and then you have some trick flows. So those were kind of all of the cylinder heads that I kind of went down that rabbit hole and did a lot of research on and tried to figure out which head would best suit what I'm looking for. And again, at the end of the day, I want this thing to be a daily driver, have a lot of fun driving it, but also take it on the autocross. I got the autocross bug a couple years ago, was at a Good Guys show down in Dover, Delaware. My cousin and I, who I ultimately have to blame 100% for getting me into this, he got me hooked, and I love him for it. It's definitely it's a passion. It's a labor of love. It's a lot of fun so far. But that being said, I'm getting off track here. Took it out on the autocross track and had an absolute blast. Probably one of the most exhilarating times of my life in terms of like the adrenaline, the rush, trying to beat your previous number, your time, like going up against it, killing a couple cones. Definitely did that on a couple runs. But other than that, like that's where this all comes about and comes from, is taking that car on a track and on a course and just ripping on it. And it was a blast. I actually have a video of it. My cousin Chuck, I'll throw it up here soon. It's pretty cool. I also smoked the shit out of the tires as I came to the finish line, which probably didn't help my time, but it looked balls. So it was pretty cool. When I started considering the cams, there was a number of different cams that I went down that rabbit hole with. I considered, or am considering, I should say. I haven't made my final choices just yet. I'm still going down that road because I want this to be right. I want to do it once. I don't want to go in there and have to change cams because I'm not happy with the overall performance. It ultimately started with the Little Chub from TPIS. Also considering the ZZ409, again from TPIS, and a couple cams from Comp Camps. One was the XR267 HR12, as well as the Comp Cams XR276 HR-12. Considered a Lunati Voodoo, but couldn't find any. Maybe there's some out there. Going to the website and everything, it looks like they do a bunch of cranks, but I don't want to go working on the bottom half of this block. I think just leaving it with the stock lower end is more than fine for what I'm trying to accomplish. But those were the primary 4 cams that I looked at hard and long, and I'll have a whole other segment on breaking down some of the numbers and everything else, and ultimately, at some point, we'll go over the final build figures, but just to give you guys a little bit of insight of what you may want to consider. Ultimately, your build is your build, and own it, man. Like, and that's the one thing that if I could give anybody advice, I know there's a bunch of people, I truly believe there's a bunch of people with some 305s that just want to build it. Like, screw it. Who cares? It's your car. Build what you got, man. But like, there's some cool options if you're looking for that, street drivable, torquey, throw it on a track every now and then, have some fun. Maybe this is the build for you. But definitely, what you do with your car it's your car. Who cares what other people think? I sure as hell don't. I don't give two shits. That being said, intakes. So looking at the intakes, I really like the factory look, but again, trying to maximize that performance and what I'm trying to accomplish. Looking at it, there's obviously, stick with the stock. Port it. See where that gets you, right? And to be fair, there's some pretty good companies out there that can port them. I think maybe even, there's a company, High Flow TPI, did a lot of research on them, watched a lot of their videos, and he does some pretty amazing stuff. Like with what I think porting the plenum, the runners, the intake is giving him an injustice. He's hogging the hell out of those things, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, especially if you like that intake look, as I do. So considering going down that road. Then there's going down, okay, let's keep the factory plenum. Let's go with SLP runners, or let's go with Edelbrock runners, or, different types of runners. Going with a T-Ram. There was that option. I looked at quite a bit. Obviously, those are rather expensive, but all in all, like they definitely bring up that performance quite a bit, and definitely keeps a factory look. So then there's the what is it, the Edelbrock XFL Pro or XL Pro Flow, whatever you call it, and then there's a Holley mini Ram Air system. So those were some of the intakes that I considered, and I'm sorry I forgot first, TPI. That's another pretty cool option. So those were the intakes that I was considering. The intakes, the heads, the cam, those are all the different variations that I'm considering, and I dove in pretty deep into some estimated figures in regards to horsepower, torque, what the power band looks like, and everything else. So as we go further down this rabbit hole of a build, I'll dive in more specifically in terms of what some of those calculations look like in terms of individually the cams, the heads, and the intake, and ultimately coming up with the final build. So hopefully this is something that piques your interest. I'm obviously definitely vested in this. I can't wait to really dive in and start getting to the meat and potatoes of this. But at the end of the day, man, you build your car the way you want, and enjoy it. Who cares what other people think? It doesn't matter. It's your car. You're the one that gets to drive it. Miles equal smiles. This is all for the passion. This isn't about, a big dick contest. This is more about, like, let's have some fun. Let's appreciate what the individuality that goes into these builds. That's what this is all really about. Too much thought, too much, maybe not thought, but too much ego and criticism comes into play. And at the end of the day, this is all just, it's art. It really is. It's art. And so enjoy it. So whatever you're deciding to do with your vehicle, go for it. And for those that don't align with your views, who gives a shit? Enjoy your car. All right, man. Talk to you.